Okay, so since I've gotten the first page up and updated the site, I decided to start working on the second page of the comic, in which our main character, after seeing his house dissolving into soap bubbles, takes a moment to understand it all and walks up to the house, reaches out to get the doorknob, realizes the house is locked, maybe, not sure about this frame, and then he sees his hand starting to turn into soap bubbles, in reaction to which he screams a horrifying scream. Now this screenshot is from a little bit earlier. I've changed a couple of things since then, but that is the basic that is the action going on in this stage. I want this bit to be dark, almost like a silhouette, that he's really pulling himself together and he's taking these hard steps up to his front door. He has no idea what's going on, and he reaches out and his hand is turning into soap bubbles. So his fear and horror must be evident, and I decided to put this garish pink and red in the bottom, and purple and red in the bottom of the page, just to underline his absolute horror at what's happening here. So this is a more up-to-date version. I decided the ones at the top didn't look quite as good as I want them to. So he goes, what? He rubs his eyes and just gives up, looks at it, thinks, what the fuck? Walks up. And I've decided to give it more of a view from above for this one. It didn't seem to work out really well with the over the shoulder view, because I also want to see the hand reaching out without it seeming like a cramped and awkward image. So the above angle seems cool, in that way I can also get to show some of the wobbly house and him reaching out to it. I made the hand larger. I put it closer to the viewer in that sense. I think I need to figure something out so that that somehow that the viewer can be looking at the hand from this angle without having to look through an invisible door as such. I'm not so sure about it, but I do want the hand to be in focus in this panel, the dissolving hand, and then the horror image at the end, which is pretty much the same. His hand is going to be normal on this image, that he's not permanently going to be dissolving into soap bubbles, but he's just scared on seeing this. I took out the middle image because I didn't really see a point. Whether or not the door is locked is actually completely irrelevant, as he cannot enter the house after seeing what it does to his hand. He starts turning to soap bubbles. He's too afraid. He thinks he will turn completely to soap bubbles if he steps into the house. An assumption that in my universe and my scheme of things is correct. He's a clever guy. So yeah, that's how far page 2 is so far.